Welcome back. We're on Warner Brothers, Stage 11 in Burbank, California, home of the television hit ER. You can now see ER 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern and Pacific here on TNT. Here with me live is Anthony Edwards, George Clooney, Eric LaSalle, Noah Wiley, Juliana Margulies, Gloria Rubin, Laura Innes, Alex Kingston, and Kelly Martin. You need reasons to tune in? Hey, watch. ER is a television rarity.
Let's start an epinephrine drip.
A critical hit and a rating smash. ER has its quiet interludes.
I thought what you did was a heroic thing.
But the show's usual operating mode is intense.
Medicated.
The members of the ER ensemble are very human.
I just wanted to see you last night.
Me too.
There are scenes when they're in each other's arms and at each other's throats.
That's a lot of crap, Mark. You wanted to know, and you found out. It was completely unethical.
Oh, you want to talk about ethics? How about you lying to me?
But when it comes to the crunch, they're a team.
Carter, clear out all non-critical patients.
Sure, there are times they fail.
We were unable to save him.
More often, they save lives.
Is that a blip? Recharging.
ER started taking chances from day one and never looked back.
People come in here and they're sick, dying, and bleeding, and they need our help.
Most of the action takes place inside Chicago's County General Hospital, of course.
Buddies to drop him off. What are friends for?
But there have been memorable sequences outside that setting, too.
I'm gonna get you out of here, all right? I promise you that. You gotta do me a favor, okay? You gotta trust me.
You want a prescription for compelling plots involving complex people?
Shut up!
This is the place to have it filled. Back to your phone calls for the cast. Terre Haute, Indiana. Hello.
Hello. I just wanted to say that I really enjoyed the show. It grips my attention the whole hour long. My question is for Laura Innes. Do you get praises or criticisms about the realism on the show from actual ER trauma centers? And what are some of them, if you can tell us?
You
Good
know,
question, yeah.
In my experience, when I've gone to a hospital to observe, we get a lot of compliments, which is very nice. We have 2 doctors who are on set with us who do sort of the choreographed movement, and they work very hard to make sure that what we do is realistic. So in our experience, we get a lot of pats on the back, which is nice, because it's really very important to us that it looks as real as possible. And when you make a mistake, you feel like such a geek. So it's nice to do.
Ever get complaints, Tony, where someone says that you missed on this show? That's not the way it is.
There's been such support from people. The most complaints that I've ever heard is that sometimes we compress the action. We have to make things happen. We intubate people, putting the tubes in the mouth, a little quicker than you can actually do it. Yeah. So they respect the fact that we're doing it all accurately, but the truth is we compress time in our actual...
Well, it would take an hour.
Yeah,
You're not going to...
we'd have to.
Santa Fe, New Mexico. Hello.
Hi, Larry. My question's for Eric. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to the success of the show, and also one of the reasons why I think this show is set apart successfully to other medical shows is because it's so realistic. What I'd like to know, Eric, is what new things are going to be happening this new year that are going to be very controversial?
What's coming, Eric?
What's coming? We're never at liberty to give away too much, but
give away.
I think in general, you know, it's really, Laura touched on it earlier, it's really, we've shown a lot of the medical stuff. Right now, I think we're really exploring with most of the characters personal challenges and how these people, we've seen them succeed when they've been medically challenged and, you know, with catastrophes, etc. And I think now it's really how well they survive when they're challenged personally.
Anyone add to that? You agree, Juliana?
Yeah.
That's where we're going?
Yeah.
West Warwick, Rhode Island. Hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kathy, and my question is for Anthony Edwards. I know you've directed a few episodes of ER. I want to be a director, too, so I was wondering what kind of difference was there between acting and directing an episode? Also, what was it like to direct your fellow cast members?
Well, that's, I mean...
They hate him.
I mean, if you are lucky enough to direct, I hope you're lucky enough to work with people like this, because the truth is, when you have actors that work this well and communicate this well, and writers that are writing this well, it makes the director's job really easy, because you're just free to visually play, but you have so much already there in talent and just, you know, I can't say enough about the group of actors that are in this room and
You
the writers
direct
who write
yourself
this
too?
show. Yeah, but just alone when I'm, you know, it's illegal in some places.
Anyone else want to direct?
Yes,
Nobody?
Laura does. Admit it.
Laura, you want to direct?
I've sort of been thinking about it and trying to learn, and it's a great place to learn. And Eric is the director. He's directed a number of.
George, you have no desire?
I really wanted to. No one wants me to. I have no.
Well, would they let Eric? If you came over and said, "I'd like to," said to the producer, "I'd like to."
I don't know what the. I don't know how well that would be received.
Reno, Nevada. Hello.
Hi, Larry. How are you doing?
Fine.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Well, we're in a hospital, but we're doing well.
I have a question for Noah.
Go ahead.
I know you did the live episode last year. I enjoyed the interviews afterwards. You all seemed so relieved. I was wondering if there's plans for a live episode this season.
I don't believe so. No, I think that was something that we did once to break up the monotony of coming back at the beginning of the 4th year and give us something to joke about and talk about over the course of that year, and it certainly served that purpose. I don't know whether or not we're going to do another sort of stunty show like that again, but if we
It was
find...
stunty, you think?
Well, you know, the original idea came from George, and it was really an homage to what you were talking about later, which was the old Playhouse 90s, which was a way of taking that fourth wall that's always between the performers and the audience and completely eradicating it, making you feel like you really are a fly on the wall, even more so than normal in our show. So in that respect, I don't think it was gimmicky, but to a certain extent it is. Coming back
Did
live.
anybody not like it?
It was great. I had a hard time with it. But I liked it once we did it. But the idea of it, I didn't like, because I felt it took us away from what these characters represent to our audience. And I didn't want to cross that line.
That's just you're scared to death.
Andy, Michigan, hello.
Hi, Larry.
Yeah, hi.
This is for George.
Uh-oh.
Hi, George. My name is Sherry.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Good.
I was just wondering, do you have a favorite episode, or is there one that really touched you somehow?
I really like the Gilligan's Island episode. We haven't quite done. Yeah, there's one in particular, I think, and I can say it kind of candidly because I was barely in it. There was an episode called Love's Labor Lost that I think Tony should have won the Emmy for, which was where a mother in giving birth ends up dying, and it a lot of times the show kind of is episodic and it goes over a period of time. This was a show that stood sort of on its own, and it has been by many critics talked about as one of the best shows ever in television. I will agree. I think it's, and I can literally say it because I'm barely in it, so I can say it kind of objectively. I've seen it 5 or 6 times, and every time I see it, I think it's the best television I've ever seen.
It was
Gloria,
phenomenal. Absolutely. I
your
remember when
favorite too?